Alright, so welcome back everybody. Welcome back to Tem Tem, I guess, but today it's not gonna be Tem Tem. Today it's gonna be, this lovely image of getting ready for a little brawl. So, yeah. I'm gonna be working towards getting this thing fully done. So, that's what I'm gonna be doing today. And then we finally have a new thumbnail, which I actually need to update anyway, because, one generic thumbnail is not a very smart move if you want to do different kind of things with different kind of doings. So everybody knows now what kind of thumbnails are used. So yeah, let's get started on this. And I need to remove some certain things here. Somebody put it. Why did somebody put that? Never mind. Also, this needs to be not here. Thank you. I just need to have a clear tablet with a clear table instead of having everything in one place. Anyhow, now as you can see, we have this. We have the Zap Demon right here, which is this bad boy here. But I need to edit some stuff here because I figured out there was some things I drew. Redrew it in at my office where I work, and I figured out that the horns are not properly aligned correctly. So I'm gonna be doing that first. But yeah, it has been a hot week, hot day, week almost. It's gonna be a very hot week, and I must say that it is indeed a very troublesome effect because really, of all the things, I still forgot that I had green is selected. Oh well. I need to not do this, and then I need to work on this. So I need to grab this, that, and then go straight upwards like so. There you go. Much more evil. Well, at least that is the idea of it. So this is the idea, and I think that is actually quite good. Alright, so we have that one, and then we have this one, which needs to be also corrected. So this one is actually more like so, and then again one more like so, and then go down. There you go. Then also I need to remove this part right here. So the face needs to have like this skull effect instead of having the effect of being one place. Alright. Like so. But yeah, I'm just working to get things up and running properly. Alright. There you go. And I forgot that this thing needs to have more. I'll do that one. Alright, so this one needs to be right over here. There you go. Lovely little thunder. So yeah, I'm a little bit fixing the drawing the outlines and all that stuff. Alright, so that's good, that's good. Now is the quick question. Do we want, I believe, There you go. No. Alright, hold on. Now this one does need the tiny one. But then I need to have this one as well tiny. Then I need to get this one properly placed. But where? Oh, you know what? I have a good idea here. There you go. That is more like it. So what I'm gonna be doing here is gonna be giving him like this very nasty eye look. And then I'm gonna be now positioning right. Nah. Come on. That's amazing. The eye positioning is like holy hell, but it does make it very menacing. Which is the whole idea behind this anyway. Right. There you go. And if I now put this the way how I put the other one, so I'm gonna put it like so. Alright. There you go. Now it looks like he is gonna be doing some stuff with it. Alright. Now we have that done. We can now look into what we have left that is need to be done. Or at least fix it. Alright. So we have now this. That is good. And now the question is, do we want to have that? No, we don't want that. This is much better, much more villainous, which, you know, it is a good idea. Now I actually need to redraw it again so that I can put a better drawing of it, because, you know, it's a very skettish drawing. Don't get me wrong, it's quite cool, but, you know, you need to not do that too much. Ja. Nee, te laat. Ja, ik wandel daar ook wel een keer. So yeah, we're gonna be working on this. Getting to one point at the other. This time we are not gonna be, you know, causing too much problems whatsoever. Once this one is actually far more better done, you know, it's gonna be looking far more better. Also, this one needs to be fixed as well. So yeah, gonna be fixing that one as well because it has some troubles with the art drawing. Because I did it in what, 2 hours when I went to bed. So probably not the smartest move to do. Just go to sleep when you try to draw. Just go to sleep. It's like, yes, yes, absolutely genius idea. So yeah, I'm gonna be going for. Now I'm gonna be fixing this part. There you go. Fix that. We have now the hand properly done. And now we're gonna go to here. We're gonna be whoop, like so I can draw properly. There you go. So there you go, you have the mouth. Now I need to go around, fix this part. We're gonna be also adding some lighting afterwards, but not right now. We are far too busy fixing the drawing. It's not. It's just gonna be a thumbnail, so I'm not gonna be trying to make it that big of detail. So I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be trying to lower the detail down so that the when we make the PNG, it will be allowed on YouTube because apparently YouTube doesn't like big files. I have no idea why YouTube doesn't like big files, but YouTube doesn't like big files. It's a dick move, I know, but we're just gonna be using this kind of detail right now. Even though we could also just use, web image and then make another web image out of that web image to lower down the size. Even though it's gonna be probably hurting the quality of it a lot. So, save a web image as a PNG, that actually always works. But it's gonna be hurting the quality though. But there you go. We have El Mustacho. So we have Zap Demon almost done with the mustache and the big giant nose and big giant nose holes. It's a Zap Demon. It's supposed to be cool and gentle-hearted. It's supposed to be zap, and then you die. But yeah, I'm giving the old feeling back of being like playing Colosseum, playing the Stadium, I believe so, Pokemon Stadium, where you need to fight this guy, and then the other guy is also fighting, and you're like, well, this is gonna be not ending well. And you're probably gonna be probably on the wrong side of the bar. Because, sometimes the enemy has better Pokemon than you have, and I'm like, well, that sucks. And then you really need to have a good composition, otherwise you're gonna be getting your ass kicked by the last boss. Probably gonna be also adding auto text. I think I will go for virtual DJ texting format because that's actually quite cool for the title and stuff. But most of the ideas are already laid down, so it should not be that difficult for us to get the full thing up and running quite quickly. We're just working on Zap Demon, getting Zap Demon up and running, and then once we're having Zap Demon up and running, we then can just, you know, do the cool stuff with it, which is amazing. And you know, this artwork is probably not my finest work, but I'm gonna make it cool looking. Like, I don't know, maybe even make it pixelated or something like that. It's actually quite cool. I don't know if pixelating might hurt it or not, but I'm gonna be making two versions of it, and then hopefully that will work properly. I'm gonna give this industrial background, so it's gonna be like with stripes and all that stuff. But yeah, that looks already much better. That actually looks much better than the other one. Alright. This one is the first one, this one is the other one. Yeah, that's much finisher. That's far more finished. Even though it has some shaky lines, but that is because it is quite hot today. So as you can see, Zap Demon is yellow greenish because apparently I don't have green. I only have green, even though we have yellow. It's only green. We're not allowed for yellow. It's only green, 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 green. So there it is. That's yellow. Well, the first thing we're going to be doing is fixing that. So we're going to be putting yellow down because we want yellow. We want to have a yellow boy fighting the bomb because that's cool. Then we're also going to make some electric boogaloo coming up. But first we're going to make sure that this thing is fully drawn yellow. Because if we know how to, if we have yellow, we can then see what we want out of it. We don't want green, we want yellow. The orange actually makes it all green, so that's the main problem. Even this is yellow, even though it looks green. Alright, so now we want to get the drawing to get some shading in. There you go. So that's excellent. I'm just gonna be adding some stuff and then we're gonna be adding the rest to it as well. Just want to have a global effect on it first. There you go. There you go. It's not gonna be the prettiest one looking, but it will get the thing across that I wanted to represent. I wanted to represent Zap Demon, and that is gonna be representing that demon definitely. Evil bastard who goes down when you hit it with a crystal, because you know it's weak to crystal apparently. It's a flying skull doom, which is awesome. Electrified skull. So yeah. You can already see that that is actually going to be looking lovely. Alright, so now we need to get to this side. Because every part has its own lighting. I don't know if this is gonna be the best way to do it, but it does give some shininess to it, which is amazing. There you go. There you go. Oh, this will work. This will definitely work. So yeah, we already have this cool-looking bad guy in the background already. So now we're gonna be adding some more stuff to it that makes it more sinister. So first things first, we need to have some red eyes because that's cool. Red eyes on the round part. Like so. Is that the red eyes that I want? Probably a little bit more darker. And then I want to have like this dark brown. And I want white for the eyes. And then I just question what do I want for the eye and the other parts. Probably I also want to have just white eyes because that's actually quite fun to look at. Maybe go with the full green part, maybe, but first I want to see if this works properly. Let's see. Oh yeah, that makes it devious. But I think if we're gonna go for like dark green, it would actually make things more. Grab this color and then make that darker. Does that make it more Does that make it more devious? Let's see. Well, at least, make it more, badass looking. Like, it's a very spooky demon. So yeah. Mm. Or we could just leave it open like, the other eyes like it should be. So go for this one. And then add that, add it to the around set. I think this is actually better. Only half the pupils stand out, which makes it even more, spooky to look at. Because technically it's a whole, demon full of things. Alright, now I'm gonna be removing a lot of stuff here. Mainly this. Because we don't need it. So this is gonna be Zap Demon. Not the most, unique kind of looking guy when it comes to color scheme, because it's only green or yellow because it's pure lightning. But the way he's represented, the sharpness in his eyes, the sharpness in the static in his eyes. Well, not in his eyes. I mean, the static in his arms, the static in his mustache. All things can be related towards electricity, which means Zap Demon is in the house. So yeah, I think that is a good way to design it, even though might not be the best of my work because it's still just a drawing, and I want this thumbnail to be done by today, and I don't have that much time. I don't want to rush it though, but I do want to make sure that it looks decent enough to represent the adventures of the legendary Brick Brewstone and the legend of Big Boy Steve. Of course, we're having Zap Demon in the front yard because Zap Demon is a very spooky guy. Big Boy Steve is not yet fully developed, and Zap Demon is one of those monsters that helped Brick Brewstone on its way to becoming a cool man, becoming the total broness. So yeah, it's a very bro shenanigans. Of course, we're going to be adding some stuff here and there to make it more unique looking instead of this general, demon-ish ghost-like electricity guy. We want to make it special, yes, but we don't want to overdo this simplistic style, so that I believe Bowman even needs to have some parts redrawn. Yes, one of his hands is not properly placed. Well, it is properly placed, but it needs to have an additional item. Alright. So yeah. I'm hoping that everybody is enjoying so far what I'm drawing. Even though, it's actually pre-drawn, but hey, can't complain about it. But yeah, I came to the idea of making the Tem Tem thumbnail because of, well, I already made the thumbnail for the awesome story of awesomeness, of wholesomeness. So, well, the isekai of wholesomeness, and I want to make sure that, that that thumbnail is updated, because you don't want to use you don't want to use multiple thumbnails for the same thing, because otherwise people get confused. Probably also need to make one for the Morphog. That one is very easy. I know exactly what I'm gonna be doing, so don't worry. It's gonna be the same way of doing it as the thumbnail for the whole homepage. But then instead of the dragon, it's gonna be the bird. It's gonna be the bird. It's gonna be the Morphog. Zapping red lightning at Bomb and being like, "Oh, how dare you steal my eggs!" So yeah, that one is actually quite easy to reuse, and it's quite fun to see. So I'm curious if we pixelate, if that would actually look cool and stuff. So probably gonna be doing that after I'm done with this, and then make a WAP PNG or PNG file, and then rename it to point A or point B, and then get that up and running. For now, we need to make sure we save, because we actually updated this thing to the max. And as you probably already noticed, I love this. I love the drawing here. Is well, it is very hot today, and I'm sweating like a cow because of fucking 30 degrees outside, and being like, yeah, that is absolutely smart, Drawing at 30 degrees on a tablet with sticky hands is like, yeah. It's not one of the best ways to start a good stream, but I'm hoping that I'm getting this done for today. But yeah, in a week, I believe, then it's only one this week, and then the next week I will already be going towards Iceland, if I'm correct, which is gonna be lovely. Just a lovely trip to Iceland. Seeing volcanoes, seeing a volcano activity, seeing sheep, all that lovely stuff. So yeah, I'm hoping that that is gonna be a lovely day, and I'm already excited how much I'm gonna be discovering there. So yeah, until then, I hope nothing else is happening, like getting the flu or anything else, so that I can do the expedition without any problems whatsoever. And then that is already stripped off my bucket list. Then only one thing is then left to go, because I wanted to go to Iceland, and then I also want to prep some money to go on a cruise, because people always say that cruises are for old people, but I'm thinking like, fuck no. If I'm doing this in my 20s, then well, that's far more cool. So before I'm turning 30, I want to go on a cruise as well, because that's actually quite cool. Going on a cruise, doing bowling, swimming, hot tubs, all that stuff, all the stuff that you need to do relaxing, and everybody looks at you like, what the fuck are you doing here? And then you're like, yeah, boy, that is amazing. It's like a thing that it's a thing that I want to do, because it's fun. It's fun for me to enjoy, and then talk to other people. Normally people that are on vacation, they're actually quite relaxed to talk to. So yeah, I'm hoping I can make some friends there as well. But of course, cruises are very expensive. That's why I'm gonna be making sure that I'm doing it, like keeping 2 years between it. So between this and then the cruise. I also know that my little sister is also going on a summer vacation with with her boyfriend, so that's gonna be lovely. She's already in Sweden, so good for her. And I already know that she's enjoying it so much, so I'm very happy for her. Let's see. So yeah, the fun thing about making this zap demon is like seeing like what the hell did I drew, and you know, I know that the proportions are not right. I know that a lot of stuff is not right because, you know, it looks very goofy. But, you know, it's still fun to watch. It's still fun to look at. And so once I'm done with all the additional effects on it, I think probably it will be as good looking as the Chompas. So, oh well, you know the book anyway. So I hope that's gonna be lovely looking as well. Of course, the only downside is that this drawing is mainly focused on two creatures instead of the whole environment, which means that I need to add some stuff to make it more interesting to look at instead of making it so bland. Because you know you don't wanna look at something that is bland. It's like, you know, you wanna have some eye catchers in there to keep people busy, keep people entertained while they're looking for, you know, while they're looking at your artwork. That's what I did with the book project itself. That's what I did with the big old chumpy boys. So it looks interesting, you know, the background is interesting, the characters itself, you know, one is very basic, the other one is, you know, more toony style. You see the danger behind it because, you know, the whole idea with this chompers is like, well, I am starting to write a story and I come across these many snakes. How am I going to be dealing with these snakes and how I'm going to be dealing with these problems until, you know, find the solutions or work around them. And, you know, sometimes you get screwed over and you need to start over again on certain types of things. And, you know, it's all the base progress of learning. It's trial and error most of the cases because, you know, you don't do the elimination. You're actually learning from expertise. So you could actually prevent that by watching other people doing it, but, you know, your art style is different than others, so therefore your problems might occur in different locations. Like, I know that I'm not very good at, you know, coloring. Shading, coloring, that's not my thing. It has never been my thing. You know, it's not my best thing I can do. I normally work black and white. That is actually what I have done for many years. And finally, making color is like, you know, I'm already 2 years in on coloring, and I already can see my progress of the basics getting better and better and better. And these things are like, you know, the basic things that are very good. You know, these are, you know, the basics. These are the principles of basic drawing. And you can already see like, oh well, what do I need to do now? Alright, I'm going to be using this color right here, and I'm going to be using it on the eyes. Why? Well, because the eyes have this little part here, and I can make the eyes a little bit more outstanding. So if I want to let the eyes stand out a little bit, I can put some shading on them. Nope. Then I also can put the that thing on, and I can say like, well, you know, I want to also make sure that the eyes are standing out. Well, how I'm doing that? Well, gonna be just switching a little bit of the coloration here, and then, you know, put some lighting in it like so. And I have already some more effects to it. We already have a deeper effect on it. And well, what do we need more? Well, of course we need to add some problems here that are, you know, this part represents not the way of how the hand works, so we are removing that part and replacing it with, you guess it, with the other color, which works properly fine. This part right here, it's way too big. It needs to be a little bit lesser, so that, you know, it is far more hooked. And right here, for instance, there is some lines that still need to be removed. Well, we can remove the lines. It's not the biggest problem in the world. Same goes for here. And same goes for here. Alright. Now, since that we are, you know, done with the Zap Demon on the looks almost, some lines here are not fine to look at. It's like, you know, you need to take in consideration, like, if I look at this Zap Demon, well, this Zap Demon looks fine. Right now, he looks a little bit creepy. His mouth, his hands, everything is a little bit out of proportion. His face is like, this part is more in the front and in the back mouth. So he has like this, how do you say, this under mouth, which, that's fun. So what we're going to be doing now is very easy. We're going to make sure that we have some lightning crossing through the body itself, because, we want to have this effect of being lightning. We want this effect of having the Zap Demon be the guy who does all the lighting himself, because that's what lighting is all about. So how do we do that? Well, we can technically cause some static lighting to appear in the horns, going from one point to another, and then go around and then be like, yeah, like so. That is actually awesome. So we have this part right here that actually works. So then we need to get this part right here, so like this done. So we have now actually a very basic idea of how we can put some lighting into the background foreground of this Zap Demon, which of course we're gonna do, because it's a Zap Demon. We want zappiness into it. Because if we don't do that, well, it's not representing a Zap Demon. It's representing more like a storm cloud with a face. It's not actually a demon or anything representing it. It's more like an evil storm demon. And we don't want that. We want to have this zappiness into it. It might not be the best way of doing it, but it counts as being able to cause this effect on the other person. So we have this lighting effect around the hands, around the. We're gonna go for this, be like so. We have a zappiness effect, and then we have also a zappiness that comes from here, and then intertwine underneath, and then go above. So yeah. And you can already see how this is all going to be working around. So yeah, this is all zappiness, man. All zappiness that needs to be flowing around, being like, a little bit more zappiness. We can also make, this part right here, we can make it all static. So that's why, his front part of his face is a little bit more energetic, because he's Zap Demon. You can also put it more like you can put it also on his you can put it also in his eyebrows a little bit, like being like a little bit more these divine sparks. But I don't think we're gonna put it on the eyebrows. I think we're gonna be putting it also on the eyes itself in global aspect. So now we've done that, now it's time to put that also into color, because we want that color, sweet color in there as well, but we need to make sure that this color stands out. How do we do that? Well, pick a different color, of course. It doesn't have to be a very hard color to go for, it just needs to have a color that is working with the Zap Demon, working with the whole damn shenanigans. But it needs to be like, this lightning needs to be very bland on the color aspect, so that it stands out from the rest. So like, oh well, this is the main body, this is the zappiness of it, and then we can put the lighting effect on it later on. You can already see how this already creates a far more cooler version of, well, far more interesting version, not cooler, more interesting. Cooler is all up to you. I'm not saying anything about that. I just like Zap Demon. That is more like it. That's the better word. Like, this is a representation of what I think that Zap Demon might be looking like once. What if I did not have a butterfly? Well, technically it's a B, but hey, you know, if I wanted to have Zap Demon represent in that game, it would have been like, you know, this big giant storm demon that, you know, zaps people into oblivion. That would have been a very fun effect. I know that they have one of those things. They already have a storm demon, but he smiles all the time, and I want this more this, you know, evil look at it. But you know, you cannot always have your ways. Like for instance, I love dinosaurs when I saw I love dinosaurs always. I always have been, and I do like them. And the funny thing is, actually, I have been I had some work at a museum once as a stage. What do you say that? As a trainee, trainee, a trainee, and that was some regular job, and be like, yeah, just sort these things out, and I'm like, all right, cool, that's actually quite cool. I had no problems whatsoever with that. Even though the job might be a little bit mindless, but it was actually quite fun to see and walk in the park where all the plastic dinosaur stands, and it's like, ah man, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and then remember all of them. So now that we have that, we can now add some, you know, specialty to it. So as I said before, we can put some shading in this. You know, make the lighting more interesting to look at. Make it look like, you know, lighting instead of being this uh, effect that comes around and goes around. Of course, you know, it might be a very difficult thing to cast. Like, you know, we could have made some lightning here, but you know, this is like the power surge that comes out of his hands, summoning the big giant lightning bolt that's gonna be zapping everybody. He's not a thunder demon, he's a zapping demon. So, you know, zapping, not thundering. And it is quite fun to see that, you know, lighting and zapping, it's all cool stuff. So yeah, adding the right amount to it, and then, well, once we're done with the whole damn thing here, we can now switch to the other side. So we're gonna go for this one. And as you can see, this part here can give these lightning some light. Hey! So yeah, it's quite fun to see that Lightning Demon has this color scheme of yellow, but it has still some interesting colors, even though, you know, it's not always yellow. It has also some orange in it. Even though, you know, I might have used some black. I could have used that. Didn't use it. I could have choose it. I could have choose some black into it, you know, like the mustache and stuff. But I'm like, nah, not for this guy. This guy looks already menacing enough when you look just in that eye, and be like, oh yeah, baby, power is mine. All right, so now that we have Zap Demon all up and running, we can now say like, well, you know what? I do like my Zap Demon, but I do want to have something that makes it more better looking. So we can say like, well, what do you want? Well, we want some strokes. Yeah, let's go for some strokes, and we have this cool black effect on it. Well, what does this do? Well, it can give the effect of we can put this into there, but then we also need to echo it. So if we want this effect, if we want to have the stroke effect on it, and we can say like, well, we want this effect to be multiple times. I believe we can do that. So blend mode, multiply, yes. Outside position, yes. So if we pick this, for instance, we can do that. That's actually quite a cool effect. You know, we have the Zap Demon with the black background, and then we can say we can put a filter on this, I hope. Add a filter, transparency mask, color mask, transformation mask, clone layer. Yes and no. Do we want transparency mask, not filter mask? Let's see if we can find a filter mask on this. See what happens. Well, this is the blur. No. Emboss. Oh. Oh, that thing. No, we don't want that. We don't want to emboss. We want enhance. Hello. No, we don't want to emboss, mate. No. No. Ah. You can already see that we can do this. We can pasteurize. We can platylize. Now we can put patylize on it. We can pong bang. What the hell is that? Oh god. And what do we have here? We have round corners now. Noise? That might work though. That might work. What is pitch? What does pitch do? That makes it blurry as terrible. Alright. And what if we can... Ooh. We can... Oh boy. No, we want this. Right. Ah! I found the thing. And next color. That does that. Uh-huh. And pixelize that. Well, that looks awesome. That actually looks amazing. So, I found the effect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is amazing that we found the effect on the thing. So, we have now Zap Demon, as you can see, and we can see like, well, you know, we don't want to have too much pixelation in it, but we do want to have pixelation in it. So we can say like, well, we're gonna go for 8.8. That makes the Zap Demon look very spooky, yes, and we have a filter mask now for it. So as you can see, we have the, you know, Zap Demon in his pixelated form. And now we can say like, well, you know, we can drop the effect of the strokes if we want. As you can see now, if we do that, we can see that that is working. So, how do we make sure that this is actually looking quite fine? Well, first things first, we need to make sure that this size is lower. That way we do represent these strokes, but two can fix it. But we don't only want to do that, we also want to have a drop shadow underneath it. So we want to make sure that we have like a drop shadow that is underneath it, like 9, I believe. Yeah, 14? Yes, there you go. Alright, so now, as you can see, we have a pixelized boy, bad boy, and we don't have a pixelized version of the bomb. So now we're gonna go to the bomb. So first things first, we have the pixelized version of the bomb, which is amazing. And now we can go to the bomb. Because the bomb is one of the most important icons in this drawing, which, you know, logical because, you know, it's the profile picture anyway. We need to add some this. There you go. And I need to zoom in here. So, because I need to learn where I need to edit some stuff here. Alright, so the idea is that we have this old-fashioned, you know, Pokemon game where, you know, be like, oh, fuck me. And that is the idea. So we have Bombman here, which is a cool dude indeed. But I believe that we have a problem. Bombman being like this, and we need to have like I believe. There you go. Now I can see it. Now I can see everything. Good. Good. So this guy, I believe the hand is wrong placed. If we put the hand a little bit more to the side, if we put the hand more to the side, so if we put the hand in the direction of right over here, if we put the hand right over here, I believe that would fix it. No, no, it does not. Alright, fine. And then I will make it different. Alright, so we're gonna be removing this, and we're gonna be putting that right now. So, first things first, we're gonna be drawing the hand. We need to have the hand right over here then. If we have the hand right over here, if we have the hand right over there, is that working? No, that does not work. Ugh. It's a very very difficult choice, honestly, because we need to decide where the hand goes. So if we have the hand, we have the bomb. The bomb is right here. We have the bomb, which actually needs to be a little bit more smaller on the side. It's a little bit too fat. I'm sorry, man, but you were a little bit too fat there. We need to grab ourselves some idea where the second hand needs to be. So we could go for like right over here maybe. Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. We're gonna draw the hand right here. So we're gonna be drawing the hand like so, but first we need to draw it a little bit tinier. There you go. We have a hand. Well, it's not the best hand, honestly, but it will just do fine. God damn it. Alright. Well, not supposed to do that, so we need to go here. And now we're going to be moving this. What we're going to be doing is like seeing where it's supposed to be. So we have the hand, we have the circle right here. We could go down, we could here. We need to change this around because technically the hand. No, 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 no. No. Alright, we need to change it around. That's the first thing we need to do. Alright. We've done that. Now we can see like where do we want this to be? We want this to be right over there maybe. No, we want it to be. Well, we could place it right there, but then I need to make sure that I have the. Oh, I see. I see that I can do that, but I actually don't want to. I can put it right here, but then I need to have the brush to be right there. So I need to have the brush and then go right here and then cut it off. That would work. That would work. That would work. That would work. Or I can put it like so, and then we have this part right here being the brush. And if I'm correct, it's supposed to be looking like so. So technically this, and then have the bomb a little bit more higher. Interesting, interesting, interesting. But I rather want to prefer to have the hand back here. But what I could do It's a very sneaky operation, I know, but we can do it. We have the way of doing it, so we're doing it. If we move this up, because we can. Oh, hi, hello. And we're gonna put this down because we don't want to see that. We don't want to see ourselves a mistake again. Alright, so we want this to be right over there. And now we can see the bomb. Lovely. Now we're gonna deselect. And we're gonna add some new stuff to it. Because, we want to add some new stuff to this because it's the bomb. Honestly, we want to make sure that this bomb looks as pixelated as ever. So that's the idea. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, right over there needs to be 1, and then right over there needs to be 1. And then now it makes sense to put the hand right there. And then this hand is far too close and far too high, because this hand needs to actually be more smaller and a little bit more upper. Because now we can put the brush, which represents my left hand, in most cases, can represent this. So the idea here is that we are drawing, well, we are fighting. Zap Demon is a little bit pixelated, but it's all fine. Honestly, Zap Demon is awesome looking right now. As you can see, even with his evil mustache and all that stuff, you can still see his whole face. So now we can put this into perspective. And it's quite fun to see that you can make a pixelated art by just putting something on it. So we're going to be doing this, and then we're going to put the big giant brush on it, just like that. And everybody's going to be like, what the hell, brush? Well, the brush is going to be like big and round again, blech. And then be like and then we need to have like lovely drooping coming down from it and be like, yeah, let's go. So Bowman doesn't have the ability to, and now I need to add the eye. So we have the eye that needs to be a little bit over the eye and be like, oh shit. Oh shit. That is the idea. He's like, yep, this is not a good fight. And the only thing he has is a brush, so gonna be putting some cool tokens down, like inked painting. Some ink splashes being like, yep, that's all you have, boy. So yeah, Bumman is gonna be wrecked. So now we have this. First things first, I want to make sure that I have a little bit more lighter color on this black. Why? Because if I use this black, I can now see the lines. Yes, excellent. Why do I want to see the lines instead of not seeing the lines at all? It saves me a lot of problems. Because then I can just see like, oh well, I want this color, I want that color, I want this color, I want that color. But I can just see like what do I want. So this represents the game, which Bowman is amazing, especially like that. So we can see exactly what we need. Well, we need that. So now we've done that. Oh, now we've done that. We can now get the brush up and running. We're just gonna steal that from the other one because it's a thing. But first we need to have the eye. The eye is right over here. We're just gonna be doing a very quick one, and then then we're gonna go for in later details, or if there is time, and then you will probably see it coming. And I'm already 5 minutes in. Ah, god damn it! All right, 5 minutes in for a 1 hour. Yeah. I'm gonna be calling it a day today. I will get this thing done. I will work on it tomorrow, and then I hope I will be able to show you guys it off once I'm gonna be starting the stream with the magical girl story again. So yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed for today, and thanks all for watching, and I hope I'll see you all next time. Until then, I wish you all a lovely day, and bye!